This is the video for the trail option and the real-time option of the headlines game. I'm now going to click on the trail option in the red stripe. I clicked on it. It shows me the first 9 instructions that were executed, and then it stopped. The first instruction executed said branch if equal task to 0 to AA. Oh, but the next line doesn't have label AA, it's just instruction 1. We started out P0, which is the main program, at instruction 0. And after that, it went on to instruction 1. It did not go to AA. It did this instruction, which said put the absolute value of game number in game number. Shouldn't be negative. Branch if equal the game number to the was game number, meaning we've been playing this game before, then go to AC. And there we see it did go to AC. This was not a new game, it already was running it. AC, it set the notes. Well, that was line 8, then it went to 9. At 9, it went to do this work for the YouTube video. So we're going to skip that part, we're not interested in that. So I'm going to advance 9 instructions so I see it come back here, so it'll be at instruction 10. So I'll advance 9, I'm just watching to see where it is. Up, here it is, it came back to 10. There it has another line that has to do with the YouTube, so we won't pay any attention to that. And we see it goes to line 11 after that. And line 11, it calls routine 101. Well, that's subprogram 1, tab 1. And the very next thing we see it doing is it's in subprogram 1 at tab 1. And here's what it's doing there. It changed the canvas to canvas 4, and it's setting some control registers. Well, let's just keep advancing and see what it's doing. We'll advance 9. Oh, here we see it showing these pictures of the background. So it shows the background for each of them. And then it changed the canvas back to 3. Let's advance 9 more. And then it went home. That's back to the main program. Main program then said go to subprogram 1, tab 3. And we see here that's where it went. Went to subprogram 1, tab 3. Now it's doing things there. Well, let's advance 9 at a time and watch it do what it's going to do. And I'll keep watching to see if it goes home again. It didn't go home. Oh, look, it's doing the green boxes at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to keep letting it do that, advancing 9 at a time. You can see the instructions have to do with making these green boxes and putting the brown outline in it to highlight the option that was picked. I'll just keep advancing 9. Well, I have a feeling I can go a little faster because I know it's drawing each one of the boxes, isn't it? So I'll just get over here to the end. Now I'll slow down. And I'm looking for it to go home. Oh, I see it's still working on that one. Oh, now we saw it go home. Here is the home instruction, and it's back in the main program. Now it's instruction 13. That instruction says go to subprogram 1, tab number 4. Well, now we get to see what it's going to do there because we see it's in subprogram 1, tab 4. I'll advance just 9 at a time. See, I could advance 90 or 900 at a time. I'm just going to advance 9. And I'll watch to see it wanting to go home. Oh, it's making the dual colors, it says. Oh, it's doing some branching to CA, but it didn't go home. Oh, now it went home. Here we see it's going home right after it changed the canvas back to canvas 2 and it went home. I have a feeling that if it's going home, it's going to be in the main program next time. There it is. It's instruction 14 of the main program. And it says go to subprogram 1, number 6 tab. Alright. and here we see it is at subprogram 1, tab 6. It's the one that does jiggle, inflate, and bounce. So we'll start advancing 9 again, and we'll watch to see if it goes home. It's doing a skip there, and it did some things, and it changed the canvas back to 2 and then went home. Now it's instruction 15 of the main program, and it calls subprogram 1, tab 7, and here we see next instruction after that, subprogram 1, tab 7. We'll advance 9, and I'll keep watching to see if it wants to go home. Now it did. It went home already right here and went to the main program again to instruction 16, which says call subprogram 1, tab 8, and here we see that's where it is, subprogram 1, tab 8. Changing the canvas to 4. Well, now we'll advance 9 now. I'll keep watching for it to go home. I think this is where it actually makes the letters. So sooner or later, yep, here it's starting to put letters. But the letters are really tiny. But I see them going onto the screen. I think this is going to take a while because it has to do the top one and then it has to do the bottom one. Right now the letters are rotating and they're rather thin. That's why we can't see them well. But we'll keep going through. Now it's almost done. I think now it's done with the upper heading. Let's see if it starts to put letters on the lower heading. Yes, it is. Here for the first one. And we're following it through and watching it. Oh, it only put the first letter, then the second position has all the other letters in it. So it's making a big red mark. Now we see it went home. Now it's in the main program in instructions 17, 18, 19, and 20. We'll keep advancing by 9 and see what happens. It's putting this text on the screen. Still running though. There, put your heading up, and then it exited. Alright, now it's the end of the trail. So now what we're going to do is we'll say we want to make a change of something. And we're going to use the trail to find a place in the program where it is that we want to change it. Well, let's say we don't want this box down here to be brown, but we want it to be highlighted with a light blue instead. Well, we don't know where that is in the program. So what we'll do is we'll go to the trail though, and let's say this time we'll advance 90 instructions and see where it is. Oh, well look, we're lucky. It's working down there. But I don't see the color brown being put here. I see the color here of green. That's the green box. Well, let me advance 9 more and maybe we'll see the brown. Oh, there it is. There's the brown color. So that is where it's making this. No, showing you which option was taken. That's what the brown box does. So now we know where it is. So it's at this instruction line here, 740 is a brown color. Well, I'm going to click there because I want to change that. So I'm going to click on that instruction. I'm going to go off the trail, and I'm going to go to the program. The program's going to know that that's where we want to go because we marked it in the trail. We click there, and sure enough, the line at the top here is where it makes the color of brown. Well, now I can click on this side of the instruction to update it, go to this part that I want to update, and I'm going to take away the red part. I'll leave the 4 in there for green, but I'm going to put 9 in there for blue. And I'll say enter that, and then here I'm going to say replace that line, and it did. Now I'm going to execute the program. And look, it's blue now. I found out where to change it by going on the trail until I could locate where it was. Then I went to the program and changed it. But I didn't even have to go to the program to change it. Now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go on the trail. I'll go to 90. I know I have to do that. And like 9 more. And here's where I change the color to 49. I'm going to click on it there again, because I know that the real-time option will also go to wherever I clicked on the trail. So I'm going to go off the trail, and I'm going to go here to the real-time option. And look, that's exactly where it shows me. It starts right at that instruction and says the color is 49. Well, now this is in real time, so you're going to notice this change as soon as I start changing that number. I'm going to change it back to 740. First I'll change the 7, and that's a purple color. I'll keep the 4, and then I'll make the blue 0. Now it's back to the brown color again. So there were 2 ways that I could go and change that color. First, I find out where in the program it made that color by using the trail. Then I could click on it and then go to the program itself, or I could just immediately here go to real time and change it in real time. And that way I get to actually see the color changing. And I should also change all these other things, and I could go forward in the program and change more and more things. Alright, I'm going to go off of RT, and now I'm going to go to the program again, because I want to show you one other thing. There's many other things it does, but I'll go off of there, and I'll go down here and say where it's doing some other things. Okay, here's it setting how tall something is. I'm going to click there. So let's say I'm programming this section, and I don't know exactly how tall to make it or how wide to make it. See, it's making a rectangle here and drawing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right to real time from here. I highlighted this one, that particular line. So now when I go to the program and execute it, if I go to RT, it's going to go right to that line that says it's 20 high. See, tall, 20. Well, what if I change that to 30? I'm not even sure what we're going to be changing, but I'm going to change it to 30. Well, I changed it to 30, but I didn't see anything happen. Well, we're going to stop then. Alright, I stopped to see what it was changing. It was changing the height of the box that is used to show you the answer. Here where we toggle the answer on and off, it was that box. That's why we didn't see anything change. Well, see, now the box is too tall because I changed it to 30. I should change it back to 20. There, now it just outlines the answer box. What you need to know about these changes that you make in real time is that these are actually changing the program, so that if you save the program after making these changes, those changes are going to be in it when you load it the next time, because these changes actually take effect. So what is nice is that you can use RT to make all the changes to this box to make it fit there just the way you want it to fit. Alright, I'm going to turn RT off. This is the end of the video for the trail option and real-time option for the headlines game.